The best content for your website is portfolio projects. Hello, I'm David Grubb from Shepherd's Loft Web Design Agency. We are a service-based business here in Ellijay, Georgia. So we're very local, and also we use portfolio projects to showcase work that we've done for our customers, not just for ourselves, but to show how good and how great our customers are. Portfolio projects are great because they communicate empathy and also they increase the visibility of your website. So first off, empathy. So what we're talking about here with empathy is we're creating something that people can see that they can relate to. It's that simple. So when you create a project and you put it on your website and then share it out on social media, you now have something that people can associate with. And when you do more examples of your work, you have more people that can associate with different projects of your work. And so expanding your portfolio really helps you to communicate to customers the kinds of things that you can do in your service-based business. Likewise, for the robots, right? We also, the visibility of your website. So let's talk about what that means. So visibility is a term that we're using for really the entire website. So each page, let's say you have 3 different pages and you have a keyword phrase that's slightly different for each one of those 3 pages. Well, each page can rank for that keyword phrase, right? And then the combination of all 3 of those pages, it adds up. So you rank a little bit for this page and a little bit for that page and a little bit for the 3rd page. You combine all that together and it creates your visibility online. And that's what we're referring to is the ranking of multiple pages of your website. So when you add portfolio projects, you add additional keywords that people are using to search for your type of business. And then you add more projects, you have more keywords and more pages that rank. The overall visibility of your website increases. So it's very, very important to add portfolio projects to your website and then also share them on social media so that you can continue to grow your visibility. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, I have an Instagram account. I don't need a website. Or they say, I got a website. I don't need a Facebook page. Really, you need both. Sincerely, if you have a Facebook page and you don't have a website, then how are those people that are on your Facebook, your followers, how are they going to request your services? Well, most likely they might just, send you a Facebook message, right? But really, I mean, if you have a website and you have a form, then they can actually make a formal request for your services. So that's kind of where social media falls short. But it's not beneficial to have one with the other. You really do want both. So if you have a website and you don't have a Facebook page, and you don't have any followers on that Facebook page, and you create a portfolio page, where are you going to share it to? Yes, it increases the visibility of your website, but nobody is guaranteed to see it. When you have a Facebook page and you have followers and you post a message on that Facebook page and it has a link back to your portfolio, those followers can now see that you've completed a project and they can go look at it. Then they can make a formal request for your services. So it's all very, very synergistic. One over the other is not an ideal solution. So then the next thing is like, okay, well, how many do I need, right? Do I need a whole bunch of portfolio examples? Well, really, it's the number that you need is really based on how long you've been in business, how competitive your market is, how old your business is. So it really depends, on how many other examples you already have on your website. So in the beginning, it might be important to put more on there when you're first getting started in the first year or two. And then as you go down the road, you can taper off because that organic visibility is going to start kicking in and it's going to start providing. So then you can kind of slow this pace. If you're in a highly competitive marketing like realty, then you really have to step up and you have to be you have to increase the frequency to be visible. So those are some ideas on there, but you really do want to have a good plan and a good frequency to posting those. So let's talk about what a portfolio actually is. So many times people in the past will create a page just for testimonials. Okay, so that's one example. It's a portfolio of testimonials or recommendations, right? You can also have photo galleries, which is just a collection of photos. And if you go one little step further and you add titles and alt tags, some technical terms there, but if you kind of put descriptions with those photos, then you're adding words to the photos, not only for the humans, but for the robots. So you have testimonials, you have photo galleries, and then you can also have just project descriptions. So just words. So if you've got 400 words describing a project and what the requirements were and how the project progressed and what the results were, it's a very written format of the project. But the best thing is when you can put all three of those together in a combination. So that makes a really great portfolio project. One is you have enough words on the page for both the humans and the robots. You have enough photos on the page definitely for the humans. And then you also have a testimonial, which is a social endorsement of the project and its success. So when you have all three of those together, you really have a great example of your work. Certainly a photo gallery on its own will work. If you have multiple portfolio projects and there's elements of each project that are similar, and then you can put those together in a photo gallery. Now you have an additional page without having to really take any more photos. You're just able to reorganize that content into building a separate one, and I'll show some examples of that later. So three different types: the testimonials, the descriptions, and also the photos. So testimonials, photos, and descriptions. So those are three great ways to make portfolio projects, as an examples of your work. And this is not something everybody's talking about AI and how everything's automated. So tell me how AI is going to go out to your job, for that piece of furniture that you made or that landscape that you created or that house you built. How is AI going to take a photo of that and build a page for you? There has to be some human elements in what's going on. And that human element that is the passion, and that's what sells your services. As a service-based business, that's what sells. Reading real recommendations from real people about real projects that maybe you took the photo, that's what really relates to other people, and that's the empathy part of it, and that's super important. And so I don't believe that we'll ever be able to get completely away from that. So think about that as a consumer for yourself. Would you just buy something because you saw an AI photo generated of a service that you wanted? Maybe way down the future, but I'm very doubtful that that's the way us humans are going to work. So at this time, I'm going to switch over to the screen and I want to show you guys some examples of some portfolios, and we'll walk through those. All right. So our first example here is landscape design innovations, and the first year. She had bought a new domain name, and when you buy a new domain name, there's a lot of work to be done. There's no history on that domain name, and there was a lot of work. And Yvonne knew that when she started out, and so what we did was we spent a lot of effort in that first year building portfolio examples for her, and then as time went on, we were able to kind of slow down on that sprint. So let's look at some of the projects that she created. So first we started in with just making some project portfolios, and we created an actual project page. so that you can see all the different projects together. So right here at the bottom of this page, so here we have some basic information and a photo, right? But then here, down here, is a list of her portfolio projects. So if we look over at one of these, I'm going to click on this one. And so here's the Barstow project. We got a nice top banner. We can see that there's a lot of rock work that she did. Here's the full photo. Here's a little gallery. So in this example, there's not actually, a lot of written words to this project. So this is kind of an example where there's just really more photo based. But I know she has some other ones, so let's go look at that one. Let's go look at the first one, Davis. So in this project, portfolio project, so we have some written description here about what the challenge was. We have some initial photos, and we get to kind of see the process of what she had to go through to and the quality behind that. So when we see these steps, we can also relate to the quality of the effort that goes into it. Some little call outs here, and the big rocks were brought in, so you can see step by step how this project came together, which is really just amazing. And then you can see this like finished looking photo down here in this magnificent view, and that she built all of this on the side of a mountain. So this is pretty amazing. A lot of finished photos down here at the bottom. So you can really get a sense of what it took to do this project. And the only thing that's missing here, which we may have and maybe we didn't put on here, was the testimonial from the customer. So that's the only part that I see that might be missing from this example. So in addition to that, she's done a lot of these different projects, a lot of rock projects. So we went over, and she was very enthusiastic about plants. So we took some of the photos of plants, and we put them into a separate photo gallery, because she's really into the landscaping from the plant side of things, and wanting to educate her customers on the different kinds of plants, native plants, and what things grow well, to make good decisions about what is going to really thrive in this area. So you can come in and you can see different galleries here. So this page is just a list of the different photo galleries. So if we go into, say, the perennial page, now we can look at all the different kind of perennials. And you can see most of them are labeled down here, and we can see these photos. You can also interact. You can click on one and you can toggle through the photo gallery. And so this is here for multiple reasons, right? It helps educate the customer on the different kind of plants that grow well in this area. If they're interested in perennials, then this will help educate them to what's available and what works well. And then in addition to this, we also created a service gallery. Again, a little bit of information here. And then, so we're taking some of the same information, but then we are organizing it again in a different way. So here are, some focal point gardens and some information about that. And these are photos from projects that she did, but they are reorganized in a fashion that I was like, okay, this is the purpose behind this particular part of the project. And here's examples of all the different projects that we use this concept for. So this is really amazing, because you're creating these portfolio projects, and then you're reorganizing them, and it takes less effort to reorganize this and just build more pages. And this gives her bigger and better visibility. It gives more empathy and more visibility. So let's move on. I'm going to show you another example of modern rustic homes. This is much larger, right? So we're designing and building homes. His gallery is over here. He's got a couple of different ones. So let's look at the project gallery first. Again, the same approach here. So this page is a list of projects. So you can choose a project to look at. And then when you go in, you can see the finished product at the top, and then you can get the story behind this project and what some of the different rooms, and then this one even includes a testimonial from the customer, some aerial views, and then here's a photo gallery at the bottom where you can click and through all the different rooms of the home. So this is a beautiful example of a complete portfolio, and this one was even published in the magazine. So here's accreditation. So you're getting all of the things that you want in a web page. You're getting the photos, the empathy, they're being able to relate to what's going on. You get with the photos, you're getting the story behind what it was. You're getting the you're getting the social proof from the customer, and you're also getting the the accolades, the awards of what this really means. You're getting the level of professionalism, the proof of quality. So this is just a great example. So this is why portfolio projects are so important to businesses. So if you are a landscaper, a home builder, a remodeler, a furniture builder, a landscaper, if you do anything that creates, builds, a product, then portfolio projects is really the best way. It is the second most visited page. I've been building websites for 25 years, and I say this, I tell you that, but so that you'll know that I have seen the analytics for 25 years. Portfolios is the second or third highest page. Now we are not selling, for these websites, they are not selling products. Or software. People are not shopping by price. Okay, they're shopping by what they want, and what they want is on the portfolio page. So galleries, recommendations, and photos, and stories. That's what relates to your customer, and that's what's going to be effective. So I really hope that this video finds you and helps you understand just how important this is. And if you need help, you can just reach out to Shepherd's Loft. Visit us at shepherdsloft.com. You can get a quick quote, or you can just book an appointment with us, and we'll just walk you through it. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. We were out to find websites on the brink of technology failure and turn them into something awesome.